An active lifestyle, eating healthy, sleeping, and health screenings are all healthy habits to live by and habits we can develop right at home.
Welcome to a KSL 5 News Special Edition, examining your life, your health.
Welcome to the special half-hour edition of Your Life, Your Health. I'm Ashley Moser.
And I'm Andrew Wittenberg. For the next 30 minutes, we'll show you how you can be healthy right at home.
And we begin right here in the kitchen where a lot of those healthy habits are made and also broke. So, do you get the apple or
the candy bar?
Yeah.
For Your Life, Your Health, Brooke Walker tells us creating a healthy home starts with the choices you make at the grocery store.
It's one of those daunting tasks.
I think that even starts before you get to the grocery store.
That just about everyone faces, the weekly trip to the grocery store.
Making a list ahead of time is really helpful because then you know what you're going to go shop for.
IMC dietitian Amanda Hindoyan believes a list is essential if you're planning to serve up healthy meals on a budget.
You're more likely to stick with that and buy those foods. It helps with saving money as well.
Navigating your cart through the temptations might be easier than you think.
Usually your healthier foods are along the perimeter of the store.
With that map in mind, you'll probably start in the produce section. That's where Amanda does the bulk of her shopping.
The produce section is where you're going to find a lot of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So if you can eat, a bunch of the different colors that they have here.
Next, be looking for lean meats and low-fat and low-sugar dairy products, like yogurt.
Greek yogurt is yogurt that's going to be higher in protein and lower in carbohydrates.
So, should we avoid the center aisles where junk foods lurk? Amanda says not necessarily.
The canned food section, I think, gets a bad rap a lot of the time.
But that's often because the liquids canned fruits and veggies are packed in are chock full of sodium and sugar.
You can actually rinse that off to get rid of most of that excess sugar or salt.
And before you check out, a trip down the cereal and bread aisles may be hard to avoid. No problem. Amanda says to look for high fiber, low sugar brands and always read labels.
I'm going to open this and show you guys that the two biggest things to do are placement and preparation.
At home, food and fitness coach Mindy Buxton shows these busy moms how to make sure the healthy foods they buy actually get eaten.
Get out your serving size baggies, portion some out, and then you can put it away. So that is going to be just as easy to grab as a granola bar, right?
Fresh fruits, veggies, and healthy leftovers are all stored in clear containers, so what's inside is easy to see and ready to eat.
Mason jars are great for storing oatmeal and salads.
Before I put my strawberries away, I always wash them.
Just like shopping, food preparation and presentation at home takes a little time and thought, but it can make a healthy difference.
If we can get our fridge to be as easy to go to as the pantry, it'll be so much easier to have our health be in check.
For Your Life, Your Health, I'm Brooke Walker, KSL 5 News.
All right, thanks, Brooke. Another tip both Mindy and Amanda agree on, checking those labels to keep the number of ingredients in any processed foods to 6 or less. And when you cook that healthy meal, make sure you're eating it together. Studies show when kids eat dinner with their family, they are much less likely to drink alcohol, use drugs, or smoke. In fact, a recent report says kids are 33% less likely to be involved in underage drinking when they eat meals as a family at least 5 times a week.
Well, technology is making finding time to work out a little easier. Health specialist Heather Simonson joins us now with some shortcuts on how to use this.
Right. Well, Ashley, we take our cell phones with us everywhere, don't we?
Yep.
So now easy workout routines on social media are just a click away. Or if you use a Fitbit to track your steps and other goals, that's another option. A Farmington couple has the Skinny on high-tech health made easy.
Ready? Go.
Anything you can push, I can push better.
Jared and Camille Beckstrand say workouts should fit busy lives.
How low can you go?
The parents of 3 with another on the way post exercises you can do at home on Instagram and Facebook.
And just kind of inspiration to keep you going. Sometimes being healthy and staying healthy is quite the battle. Everybody has good days and bad days.
It doesn't have to be a radical lifestyle change. It doesn't have to be this crazy diet that you can't stick to or this crazy workout plan that's impossible to maintain. It's all about making simple, subtle changes in your daily life that over the long run are going to ultimately result in better fitness.
show off.
It's fitness for real people, moms and dads with growing families.
After each one, she would come to me and say, help me get my pre-baby body back. I want to fit in my skinny jeans again. So I would write workouts.
Every mom's dream.
Right.
They also post healthy recipes the whole family, even kids, will like.
I like a good fall apple.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
The key is not giving up.
Starting to burn a little bit.
Right? I feel that. These are realistic lifestyle changes that you can do, and it's these little changes that you make every day and, implement into your life that will make all the difference.
Now, Jared and Camille say it's all about increasing your overall activity. We're talking 10, 15, 20-minute workouts before the kids go off to school. And you can find Camille on Instagram at 6 Sisters Strong and Jared on Facebook at toneandtitan.com. And how cute are they?
They are adorable. I need to get there.
Oh, it's good inspiration for us all.
I appreciate it, Heather.
Coming up, getting healthy is always better together.
And why we should all be on Mole Patrol. We'll explain.
Welcome back on this Friday evening. We've moved here into the living room, which is not unlike most living rooms out there, without maybe all the lights and cameras, of course. But the living room is often the heart of the home, where families gather to talk and often set goals.
And we found one family who has set a goal to get healthy together. They joined Utah Valley Hospital's 100-day Healthy Heart Challenge, not once, but twice.
Deanie Wimmer checks in with the Allfreys to see how they're doing.
Peanut butter, peanut butter.
3 years ago, Christy and Brandon Alfrey made a goal to get healthy and signed up for Utah Valley's Healthy Heart Challenge.
I knew it was me, I was the downfall, and I knew I needed to change before I could kind of help them to change.
And change she did, dropping 36 pounds, cutting out sugar and caffeine, adding exercise, and changing the way the family of 7 eats.
A lot less like cream-based things or cheeses and things, and kind of lightened everything up. The key was, like, my husband was on board with me. He was doing it with me instead of me having to try to do it solo, so I wasn't getting sabotaged.
They also do New Food Night, where everyone has to try the new food and educate everyone about portion sizes.
We try not to demonize food because I don't think food's a demon thing. It's just that food is fuel.
Although the family's very active, old habits have crept back into their lives. That's why Brandon and Christy have signed up again for this year's Alumni Challenge with a goal of losing a few pounds, getting stronger, and having fun.
To me, it's the most important thing. Doing those fun things, being active, just helps bond our family together a lot more.
The challenge started 10 years ago as a way to address poor diet and exercise in the community. Every partnership is given a trainer and a dietitian.
We got a lot healthier together. We made a lot of changes in what we do.
The change everyone likes? Impromptu family dance parties. For Your Life, Your Health, I'm Deanie Wimmer.
Yeah, dancing is quite a workout. Well, the current challenge ends officially in December. They look like they're doing great, so good luck to them.
Here's another reason to get your kids exercising. It could impact their salaries when they become adults, which could help you down the line. Researchers in Finland recently found adult men who exercised more as kids earned between 12 and 25% more in average annual earnings than adults who were not physically active. The Finnish researchers suggest one reason for the correlation: physical activity. It improves teamwork and discipline, which are rewarded in the business world. In tonight's Your Life, Your Health special, we've talked about nutrition and exercise so far, which are big parts of being healthy, but so is listening to your body.
That's right. Getting screenings and paying attention to changes in our bodies is important to catching diseases and cancers early. KSL's Brooke Walker joins us with a story of one woman's mission to educate others about early detection.
Becky Higgins, owner of Project Life, is an entrepreneur. Her business is built on helping people preserve their memories. We've had her on Studio 5 many times in the past. Well, today she isn't talking about pictures and scrapbooking, instead using her voice to warn others to be proactive when it comes to our health, to our bodies, especially when it comes to melanoma, the most aggressive form of skin cancer.
I kind of love my scar because it shows proactivity, it shows self-confidence, it shows take care of yourself.
While on vacation in Hawaii this summer, Becky began to question the looks of this little mole.
I kept looking at this spot on my knee going, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm going to get it checked out.
But it wasn't an overwhelming sense of alarm. It was more just that nag.
Not at all. It was totally a nagging feeling. That's the best way to put it.
She made an appointment to get it checked as soon as she got home.
And when he kind of went past that, I brought him right back and I said, I really am concerned about this more than anything else.
A biopsy confirmed her suspicions.
I had melanoma in situ. It hadn't gotten beyond the surface of my skin.
A plastic surgeon then removed the cancer, going wide and going deep, making sure to catch all the cancer cells. He also removed another suspicious spot on her inner thigh.
I don't care how big my scar is. I don't care. I don't want cancer.
Surprisingly, Becky's story is not that unusual.
The majority of melanomas are found by the patients themselves.
Dermatologist Dr. Lena Foe says the key to surviving this deadly disease is early detection.
The early melanomas, which have not spread to the lymph nodes, the 5-year survival rate is 98%.
So what are you looking for? Dr. Foe gives us the ABCDEs, the key characteristics used by dermatologists to classify melanomas.
A stands for asymmetry, so when a lesion doesn't have a perfect symmetry. B for border, if the edges of the mole are irregular. C for color, if there's more than one color in that mole, whether it be red, black, blue, or white. D for diameter, if the size is greater than the size of a pencil eraser head. Or E, evolving, changing in any way.
Becky's mole was asymmetrical. It had an uneven border and it had been changing. She's now on constant mole patrol and warning others about early detection.
You have to pay attention to those feelings and those promptings because it's real.
So who should really be diligent about those skin screenings? Well, Dr. Foe says people who don't tan at all, those who burn before tanning, people who have blue or green eyes, those who have red hair, and anyone who has ever used a sun tanning bed. Andrew, Ashley, back to you.
Wow, I love how Becky just wears that scar and she's proud of it.
And the proactivity of going to see a doctor at the first sight. She thought something may be wrong. Pretty smart. It turned out to be a good decision.
Yeah, great tips there. Well, you know, Utah also has one of the higher rates of skin cancer, partially due to the fact that we're closer in altitude to the sun. So we've got to be very smart with this. Be sun smart. Wear sunscreen. And you know what? Do it even in the winter.
Don't often think about it to wear that sunscreen in the winter, but if you're headed up to the ski hill or to go outdoors in those winter months, better pack on that sunscreen.
Gotta do it. All right, still to come, the ABCs of sleep. How to get a good night's rest and how that really impacts your well-being.
And if baby isn't sleeping, no one is. Some tips from parents of triplets.
This is a KSL 5 News Special Edition, examining your life, your health.
Welcome back. I'm Andrew Wittenberg here with Ashley Moser. We're now talking sleep, and from somebody who wakes up at 3 o'clock every single morning, boy, it is tough sometimes to get as much as we need. It also plays a very important role in keeping you healthy.
KSL's Lori Pritchard, she also knows about this, talks to a sleep expert about how to get some healthy Z's.
We're looking at brain waves. We're looking at eye movements.
Sleep specialist Wayne Woodward is trying to figure out why his patient isn't catching enough Z's. She's just one of the 40 million people in the U.S. who suffer from chronic sleep disorders.
We need 7 or 8 hours of sleep in order to be refreshed and restored.
If you're not getting the right amount of sleep, you put yourself at risk for heart disease, strokes, high blood pressure, diabetes, congestive heart failure, and heart attacks.
All of those play into not getting enough or having sleep disorders.
If you can't get to sleep, the American College of Physicians released new guidelines this year suggesting people should try changing their behavior before reaching for a pill. One key behavior are addictions to smartphones and electronics.
The light receptors in our brain that come from our eyes to our brain are right next to and connect to and talk to our sleep center. They're right next to each other, and so we need to shut down those bright lights, the blue wave of the screens. We need to get rid of the screens.
Woodward suggests powering down and unplugging an hour before bed. Other habits we should change: taking TVs out of the bedroom, not having critical conversations in the bedroom, not napping, establishing a routine, not drinking caffeine at least 4 hours before bed, and not eating a big, heavy meal within 3 hours of bedtime.
a little more high-protein snack, like a cracker with peanut butter on it and some milk. Those are good things to make sure we're not hungry and will help us promote sleep.
And before you head to the pharmacy for that over-the-counter medicine, check with your doctor. For Your Life, Your Health, I'm Lori Pritchard.
And if you can't fully disconnect, try these measures to get a better night's sleep. Dim the screen on your phone or computer. Try using a tablet that emits less light. You can also purchase cover screens that actually dim the light on your computer for you. Some good tips.
Great tips. Well, it's an age-old problem. How to get the baby to sleep. Imagine tackling that dilemma 3 times. News specialist Heather Simonson has the key to making bedtime less spooky.
Jeremy and Allie Heenick enjoyed dressing up their triplets for Halloween. But when they first learned they were having 3, it was more trick than treat.
I actually started laughing.
Really crazy, like a crazy, nervous laugh.
Life with Penelope, Ethan, and Alejandra is a joy. Getting them to sleep was not at first.
We started just rocking them all to sleep, which with 3 babies is, it's impossible. So we would be walking around the house like just with blank stares on our face, like pick up the next baby, put one down, and then pick up another baby.
Infants need 18 hours of sleep a day.
The mom is so sleep deprived that makes it more difficult for the mother to handle the babies not sleeping.
The key is to start early with a routine, a warm bath, story time, soft music, and then keep a routine for life.
If they're fed well and they're on a good schedule, then you have some happy babies, and we really do.
Start that routine at 3 weeks old. The Heenicks keep the babies on a strict schedule. During the day, they feed them, change them, play with them, and then put them down for regular naps. The payoff? Most of the time, they sleep through the night.
It means that you might miss a few things, you know. It means that your life might be a little bit different, but it also makes for the baby to be happier.
I was kind of the weak link in that I would always run to them and pick them up and carry them around.
You have to be on the same page. You do, yeah. You okay?
That means letting healthy babies with full tummies cry themselves to sleep when necessary.
And now it's brilliant. It makes our lives so much more manageable.
They're like clockwork. If we miss our cue, they're like, you know.
For the Heenicks, a routine has made all the difference. For Your Life, Your Health, I'm Heather Simonson.
How cute are those triplets, though?
Yeah, and that's going to be you in a couple weeks.
Yes, it will. Coming up next, Namaste, taking yoga to an entirely new level.
All right, if we haven't inspired you yet to get healthy, here's a little fact that might help. Exercising just 15 minutes a day lowers your risk for death by 22%. Researchers from France concluded just 15 minutes can help people stay healthier as they age.
Sounds like good incentive. And finally, one last exercise to help get you healthy, aerial yoga. How about this? It's been around for a few years, but now it seems to be taking off. Also called flying yoga. Some are even putting the suspension system in their own homes. For many, the cloth hammock helps with decompression, also easing neck and back pain. Instructors say you have to use your core muscles more when you're off the ground. Interesting. Thanks for joining us this evening. We certainly appreciate it. For even more tips, go to intermountainlivewell.org.
And be sure to try all of them. Of course, we know we will. And don't forget, Your Life, Your Health reports air every Thursday at 5 p.m. Thanks so much for watching. Dave and I will be back for KSL 5 News at 10.